everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I've missed you all. It's been over a month since I've last vlogged, and honestly, I apologize for that because I was really getting back into the rhythm of vlogging, but then of course a lot of traveling, podcasting, and a whole lot of life stuff has been happening. A lot of good stuff, but a lot of life was happening. But, I am glad to be back. If you can tell by the title of this vlog, it's a week in my life of moving into my new apartment. Because if you haven't heard the news on Instagram or like the Twitch channel, I've been moving this past couple of days into my new apartment. And I'm so happy and so grateful that I get to move into a new apartment and still be able to make content about it and share it online with you all. It's just crazy. But I am currently out and about right now in the area to go do some shopping because there's a few things that I actually don't have anymore that I had in my last apartment. Like, of course, a trash can, some other basic toiletries, and I might be looking for some good home decor while I'm here. I'm currently shopping at this new, not really discount store. I don't know how to describe it. It used to be an old-time pottery store, but then got turned into a different store called Gabe's. It's similar to Five and Below and all these other thrift stores out here. So in a way, it's something. Never been here, so I'm very excited to see what they have and possibly come out with some good stuff. Because today and the next couple of days until Friday, I just have all this time to organize, clean, do whatever I want in my new apartment. I have a lot of reflecting I have to do because I will say moving in this day and age of the economy, it's downright crazy. And I kind of talked about it a little bit in some other vlogs, is that moving is so stressful and so expensive that I wanted to do as much as I possibly could to make it as cheap as possible. My first time getting movers ever, and it was a wonderful experience. I used 2 men in a truck. The job was going to take 5 hours based off of the sheet that they had. It took them an hour and a half. Besties, when I tell you I am an organized chaos person, I am. Me and my mom and my dad did most of the hard work for them. I took a part of my wardrobe, mostly the doors and the shelves. The hutch that has my TV on it, I took a part of everything, the shelves and the doors on that. And then my office, I took everything out of that drawer. I took everything off of my desk, cleaned everything as much as possible, and they didn't really have to take as much stuff. The biggest thing was my wardrobe in my bedroom that I got for free at IKEA. If you don't remember the story, let me just tell you right now. Back in 2020, I ordered an IKEA, desk with the Alex drawers, as we all, have an IKEA desk of some type. I bought that in 2020, got delivered to my house. And of course, in 2020, a lot of things are happening and, you couldn't do or go anywhere. And the movers, or the people that delivered the truck, delivered my desk and then delivered multiple boxes of another box that I didn't think I actually got. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way an IKEA desk has 7 boxes. Luckily, what I'm hoping is the lady who ordered that wardrobe got a replacement, because I'm thinking that this person, was expecting it today, never got it. So I'm thinking she got a replacement because she probably called and got her replacement wardrobe, but I got a free one. And honestly, I'm kind of glad I did because I needed a lot more storage for clothing. But I don't know. I'm just very happy and grateful and appreciative because I get to do what I love because of you all. You all watch my videos, you listen to my podcast, you come to my streams, you support me in all of my creative things that I do online, and I'm so heavily grateful. A lot of good things come in the next couple of months, and yeah, I'm going to stop yapping so I can go into Gabe's and find some good stuff and explore throughout this week. So just know this vlog will be very lengthy and chunky, so grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, because we're about to get into it. Oh, this is actually really perfect. I've been looking for a set like this for ages. I might get this. It's only $10. Gives me all of my measuring spoons and measuring cups. This is gray. That's also gray, right there. There's the green one, and then there's like that tan one. I think I might go with this one. It's easier. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, let's go with those spoons. Oh, I do need an apple cutter. I like apples a lot. But I can also use a knife too. I do need like a knife set of some type. I don't know what music they're playing in here, but ooh wee. Oh, a whisk. A butter sleeve. What in the world is a butter sleeve? Oh, did you just put butter in here? Oh. Hose and tire stick. Oh, that's an interesting gadget. I will not be buying that. Maybe I will. Maybe later. Who knows? Oh, I do need a new peeler, but then I can also just take the one from home. So I don't really need that unless I could come back for that. See, these spatulas are very nice. There's so much stuff here. They got all this kitchen stuff here, and they have all this like storage stuff all in these. Like, this is crazy. I didn't think they had this much. Ooh, cutting boards. I'm taking the one from my parents' house because that one's technically mine. Ooh, a knife set. I can probably find a better one online. I don't need these just yet until I figure out how much space I have in my drawers. What is this? Oh, a multi-vegetable cutter? I don't need that. And that's $16. No, thank you. I feel like using silicone's a lot better than using like regular stuff. It's all on the trend, all on the rage. Oh my gosh, this is $4? Oh. There's one thing missing. This was a 3 set. This is a 2 set. They lied. Oh, I do like these. I might also check Walmart and see what they have too. But I have time. Plus, I'm also very hungry. So I officially made it back to my apartment. It's 5 p.m. right now and it's pitch black dark. We had daylight savings time, so we have an extra hour, but that hour is messing with my head because I got my keys on November 1st. I did some prep work on the 1st and 2nd. Movers came literally today on the 3rd, took everything out of my parents' house that was mine into my apartment. I've been up since 6:30 in the morning, but when I tell you, I am so grateful and so glad everything is in my apartment, accounted for, and now I have to do all the hard work and put everything in the proper place, organize it some more. This whole entire week I'm cleaning everything, so bear with me. It's gonna be a very chatty, yappy, speed cleaning vlog with a little bit of gaming session here and there. But when I tell you it's been a day, it's been a day. But I do want to kind of show you a little bit of what my apartment looks like currently because it is an actual hot mess. I mean, you can kind of tell it's like an unofficial, empty, somewhat empty apartment tour. I mean, my living room's over there. My kitchen's right there. I don't have a proper dining room anymore, which is fine. My bedroom's over there. My office is right there. Bathroom here, laundry room there. And then I have an extra bathroom in there. And then tucked away, like right there, is a closet. But you can kind of tell that this bedroom is going to be so lovely. I mean, I'm literally only one person, so having my bed right here is gonna be great. My IKEA wardrobe is gonna be right there, which is gonna be lovely. And then I have another closet right there. So pretty much my bedroom is gonna be all accounted for. I gotta figure out what is in all of these boxes, including this and that one. I'm thinking the majority of all those boxes are clothes, and it's only like 50% of my clothes. Most of the clothes are actually at my parents' house, but we're gonna figure out the rest and see how things go with that. But there's my bedroom. And as we make our way over here, this will be my office. It's a hot mess. Don't judge me, but all of my, computer gaming stuff is all here. I got my QB here, QB there, my Alex drawers, my gaming chair, my IKEA desk. My livelihood is all right here, tucked away in this corner. I have my Elgato green screen, my Elgato green screen, my Elgato key lights, my microphone over there. And then this is another closet that I have. It's a bigger closet. And then all of my junk. Literally all of my junk is in these bags. And it's going to get even more messier as I unpack. But I was going to make this room my bedroom at first. But then I realized that I would like to have a little bit more room when it comes to my gaming setup and what I realistically would like to do. Like, personally thinking, having a big room for an office is important to me because then I can do a lot more content creation, acting things, and then overall just kind of getting my bearings across of what I want to do for my business. Because realistically, I think having a smaller room is not bad. But I always thought to myself, if I'm going to expand my business and make it sustainable for me more than just gaming, I have to have a bigger room. And I'm only one person, so it's a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment. And this costs $1,600. I almost said 1,600 simoleons because I play a lot of The Sims, but it is basically kind of roughly around like 16 to 1,700 dollars per month to stay here at this apartment. The utilities, I get the water, sewer, and trash and internet all included for $132 a month, which is crazy. Like, thinking about it, I don't think I've ever heard of an apartment complex of ever including internet into their package. Might I have you? It's just Wi-Fi. There's no like fiber or Ethernet at all. And it's a newer building made in like 2023, so I should be fine. I mean, I have a whole year to like, play around with it and decide what I think and everything. But realistically, I think I might actually stay here for like a whole other year. Even though I haven't actually slept in this apartment, I've mostly just been moving things in. So throughout the week, I might just be staying at my parents' house sleeping wise, but working here to get things all set up and ready to go, and then get back to work. So what I'm gonna do is put my phone down, charge my cameras, and kind of do a small little time lapse of getting my apartment situated because I have to head back to my parents' house at a decent time so traffic isn't too crazy. Plus, I'm also very hungry. And yeah, things should be good to go. So, editor Steven here today on the podcast, on the vlog. I am very excited to kind of just finally sit down and edit this vlog. It's been about a week since I've last did anything since moving into my new apartment. I mean, I'm recording this little segment on November 15th, and this little clip was filmed on November 3rd. So if you can kind of tell, moving is a very chaotic and stressful process. I'm still like in the midst of like doing everything, making sure things are still organized, getting my clothes all sorted. So I'm doing it bits and pieces and not all at once because I'm only one person. I have Randy Joe, my dog, to deal with. My parents are very busy doing their own thing, and I'm a very independent person. So I really wanted to kind of take this move as long as I possibly could. This could take a whole month for me to move into my new apartment because I have a lot of things I still have to like organize and move around and like sort of what things I want to keep and what things I want to donate and things that I just want to kind of have for random stuff. Like, I have things that I've been given by like PR companies and brands and different like things that I've collected over the years that I feel like I don't really need anymore, that I want to just give away to people, especially like during the holiday season. There's so much stuff like bags and tote bags and even book bags that I don't really need. So I feel like this holiday season I want to spend my time to really like kind of figure out what all do I have and what stuff I want to put together as a collection to give to somebody who needs it more than I do, because I don't need 5 backpacks. I really don't. But then I also at the same time am thinking, how do I want to go about this definitely for like the future? Because I always like got these things and I put them in a closet and I sort through them and I post on social media that I received it. And I'm very grateful that I get these PR packages from these companies. Like, I don't take it very lightly. I'm very appreciative of it all. And I always think about who could use this more because, like I said, I'm only one person and I feel as they could use it more than I could, especially people who need lunch boxes or backpacks or tote bags or duffel bags or just anything that's really unique and cool, like gaming setup stuff like keyboards, mouses, headsets, things like that. And I don't know. I just think I'm in a new season of my life where I feel more sure of myself, if that makes sense. When I moved into my first apartment, I was 25, And I'm still 29 right now in my second apartment, but I turned 30 in February. So it's going to be crazy to be able to, like, say 5 years of my life. I mean, since 2021 to 2026, there's been so much going on. But I have my podcast that I'm still doing, and I have a lot of other fun stuff that I'm doing. And I'm excited for the future for 2026, especially now that I'm in this new place. I have a lot of more space for myself for like cooking content. I have things for like blogging. I have my dog. I have my parents. And it's like, I just feel excited to do more. And like, not to say I wasn't excited about, in the past, but I feel like now I feel more excited. It's weird. Like, have you ever had a moment in your life where you go about your day and you do all these things and you're really proud of it, but you never really know exactly what they're really truly all about until that one aha moment and everything becomes a little bit more clear? Like, I now have a little bit more clarity about my life of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and also how I can continue to do that but at an easier rate, because I was always on this grind mentality of I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do all these things at once. And I never really honestly took a proper break. When I'm thinking now, just now, I've always never really took a break or a vacation for myself or doing things for myself. And this past year, I've traveled so much for like work things, and I love work. I love working. And when I got to be on Chicago Fire, that was very exciting for a couple of days to do that show. And then being able to go to the zoo with my dad, and then going to the San Diego Zoo at TwitchCon with my friend Asmara, and like just doing different things. I just feel more alive and more happy that I get to exist in the world when I want to, and not apologize that I want to exist on my own terms, if that makes sense. And, you know, life be lifing, but my life is lifing the best way I know how. And in reality, for 2026, I want to continue to exist on my own terms when I feel the most comfortable. And I also have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable all at the same exact time. And personally, I never really thought I would get to this point of one, this vlog, and two, also with my life, that I'm actually doing things that I'm happy and proud of doing. And I want to continue to do that, especially with the state of economy and the state of like the Sims and EA and all that fun, crazy, crazy stuff happening. I'm navigating everything one day at a time. And that's all right. Okay, so I'm currently in Walmart grabbing some stuff right now. Got things for my kitchen, my bathroom, and I think also for my office, because somehow I'm missing one HDMI cord that's not long enough. So I bought a new one, and so hopefully I've gotten everything. I've gotten a sink mat, toilet brush. I got my shower curtains and rod and rings. And then I got an oil dispenser. I'm thinking I need something else, but I can't really remember what exactly I actually need. So, like I said, I got my sink mat over here. I've gotten 2 curtain sets for my showers, toilet brushes, HDMI cord, and then like an oil dispenser. So that way, whenever I have like, vegetable oil or whatever, I can put it in here. So that way it's like less messy. But I'm currently in like the kitchen aisle, and I'm trying to figure out what else do I need. I'll need more stuff, but I'm like thinking, what else do I actually need? So I'm gonna look around and see what else I might need for my kitchen and my bathroom, but I think I'm pretty much almost done with it. But I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, because I can always come back tomorrow or like later this weekend, so that way I can grab more stuff with my parents, because they know more than I do. But we'll see. I'm vlogging in public, which is very awkward, so I'm gonna skedaddle, get back to my apartment, because there's a cooking class for like Thanksgiving that I would like to go to that ends in basically an hour. Hey everyone, it's the next day. It is Tuesday, November 4th, and yes, I am wearing the same shirt. But of course, as you can see, you'll rue the day if you judge me. But today is Tuesday, November 4th. Like I said, I've been hard at work since this morning. I woke up around like 8 a.m. and trying to get my day started and trying to figure out what do I need to do next. So I did finish my bedroom last night, and then I also finished my TV hutch, already putting the doors and the shelving on it. But I will give you a quick little tour of what I've done thus far. So like I said, I did put on the doors and the shelves for my TV hutch. I do have my VCR and DVD combo unit right here. I've had this for over, I would say, a decade or more. If you remember, like way back in the early 2000s, VCRs were a thing, of course, and then of course DVDs kind of became a thing. And then eventually the market made it where you can watch a VCH tape and a DVD on the same console. So I've had this for a very long time. It still works. My dad had to buy a part so that way I could still watch all of my my lovely little millennial, tapes. I mean, I got Mulan, I got Charlotte's Web, I got Shrek, I got Scooby-Doo. I've got some other stuff at my parents' house that I want to bring over here, including the Rugrats. But I wanted to make sure that this thing was all set up and ready to go, so that way I can put these right there. And then of course, putting all of my board games that I've got over the years in here, or probably here or there. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to organize that later. But let's go over to my bedroom. So you can kind of tell a little bit from last night that I did already set up the air mattress, fully blown up. My mom came over and brought over some food and a bunch of blankets so that I can have something to sleep on rather than being in the cold. But I got my air mattress all set up. I have my blankets. I have my Incredible blanket. The Incredibles one, iconic, I know. But I got the blanket. I have my 2 pillows, 2 of my nightstands that I think I got from Walmart, and like some little knickknacks on top. That actually right there is a JBL audio speaker that I got years ago from JBL Audio. But I've had it for years. It's lovely, good sound acoustics. And then of course my little reading lamp is right there that I got from my parents, which they got from the VA last year. But it's great to use when you're reading in the bed. And then over here is my IKEA wardrobe that I got for free 5 years ago. Still holds up to this day. But what's different about this is that I decided, instead of having one shelf here and one shelf there, I decided to just do 2 shelves here and then keep this other side empty. Because I felt like having this whole thing just be standard made it a lot easier. So there's no shelves here, but if I do want shelves, I can just buy it from IKEA, get the parts, and then put them in there if I want to. But for now, I've got 2 shelves here. I added in my keyboard over here because it actually fits very well in this corner. I was very surprised that it wasn't going to be, fit or be too long. So put it right there made a lot of sense. Got my trash can. I've got my little storage thing down there, a bunch of clothes and hangers in there, my hamper, and of course, my messy kitchen all the way over there, as you can see. My little trash can, box, trash, YouTube stuff, just my messy, messy kitchen. But what I want to do now is actually finish the TV hutch of putting all of my little knickknacks on there, and then hopefully I can tackle my messy, messy office, because I would like to actually sit down and edit this vlog and edit some other videos that I've been recording for a while at least, so I can get back to work, because I'm going stir crazy. It's been 4 days of moving and I need some work stimulation at least in my life, or else I'll go cuckoo banana crazy. And we don't want to see that in this vlog. But I will say though, I am very happy because my podcast with Ocean Sims comes out next week on Tuesday. By the time you watch this vlog, it may or may not be out on this channel. I'm not entirely sure. But if you have listened to the episode, thank you. If you haven't, you should. But I did also upload a previous podcast episode with Danielle Builds last week. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. So far, the podcast is going really well. I'm surprised by myself that I've managed to schedule, record, edit 10 episodes all in advance for all of the guests that I have on the podcast thus far. And lo and behold, we still have a lot more to go. So we got to get back to work. with some new and exciting stuff. So it's officially the next day, and it's Wednesday, day number 3 in the moving process. And let me tell you, yesterday went very well. Finished my living room, did some other cleaning, went to my parents' house, did some baking, relaxed a little bit, and then I didn't get home until like 10 p.m. last night. So I was a little bit tired and I didn't really want to vlog really anything yesterday. So hopefully you're still enjoying or you're still watching this video. All I can say, if you're moving right now, we're in this together. It is a very stressful and grueling process of getting things, organized, paying people, and then just overall just trying to have a level head of knowing that it's not the end of the world. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Day number 3, it's really hurting me right now. And that's okay. This week is going to be very easy. I'm hoping to finish my entire office today, at least in like 2 hours if I can. So that way I can get back to work, editing this vlog, some short form content, and then just, recording other things for like YouTube and hopefully getting back to streaming on Friday. If not, that's okay. I have at least Saturday, but everyone knows, you all know that I'm moving, so I'm taking my time. You're all very patient, so I appreciate that. I have been updating you all on Instagram though. So I've been doing that, which is a good thing. But today, after I finish my office, I'm gonna go over to Walmart to go get some other little basic things. I don't have any shower curtains, so I had to go buy some shower curtains and shower linen and the shower rings for both of my bathrooms, and then buy a plunger and a toilet brush so that way things are kind of good to go. If people ever come over, they have something to do. But for the most part, that is kind of what I'm going to be doing for the remainder of the day. I have a concrete list, but not like a full-on list. I still don't really have a lot of groceries, but I've been going to my parents' house for the past 2 days, eating there. They brought food over. So I wasn't starving like the Marvin, but I was still good. I was thriving. I had me some Panera bread. I had some eggs this morning, and I also had a little bit of the muffin loaf that I made yesterday. As soon as I got to my parents' house yesterday, I was like, I'm baking. I need some food. So I made some for myself and made some for my parents. So we're kind of like sharing everything at this point. But you know what? I love it. They love it. And it's kind of that was my phone. The amount of times that I've dropped this phone, I am surprised that this thing still works. Luckily, I have a case on it, and I've got my Mofed little tripod on my phone. So if I ever want to do short form content, I've got a little mini tripod in handy. And you know what's crazy? Before we even do anything, I have been looking for my Elgato phone holder tripod thing for 2 years. I could not find it until I looked through all of my bags and it was in a random duffel bag in my closet. Since then, I have bought 3 different phone holders for to put on tripods. I don't need them anymore. The Elgato one is more stable and more easier to use, and I can use a little mini tripod, whatever, for whatever reason. But now that I have that, I can hold my phone more easier with the Elgato one and also the Mofed holder as well. So I'm good. Anyway, let's get to work. So I'm officially back at the end or the midway through this vlog to kind of yap with you all a little bit more. I'm currently putting together my new office in my apartment, getting my IKEA desk and my drawers all situated to make sure they're all nice and tidy and also somewhat centered. As a person who has ADHD and has a little bit of a person who wants to have everything in their proper place, I wanted to make sure my desk was in the right space and also in the right area, because when the movers came over, I was like, put the drawers here and here, and then put the tabletop on the floor right here. And I would do everything myself. But for some weird reason, when I was putting together my office, I forgot that I left one drawer like filled with stuff that I did not know existed. It was all of my taxes, all of my financial stuff was in one drawer that I forgot to take out. Luckily, when the movers did everything, they wrapped everything nice and tidy. 2 men in a truck, loved them dearly. First movers I ever had, but they wrapped everything so neat and tidy that I'm like, oh, things are still intact. Things are still okay. I'm fine. But never will I ever forget to clean out all of my drawers. So if you're listening, clean out your drawers before you move so you don't forget anything, because for all I know, the truck could have been stolen. All of the stuff could have been disappeared or caught on fire, and I would have nothing to kind of share of like who I actually am. So that was a little bit of a mistake on my part. So I'm a little bit more careful now that I'm safe and secure with all of my stuff, but ooh, never will I do that ever again. But still, things are fine, things are okay. And putting together this office actually took way longer than an hour. I will tell you, I was recording short form content and also this vlog and I think one other thing all at the same exact time. And I'm like a one and done type of person. I want to do it and get it done all in one go and not take breaks. So I really wasn't taking any breaks in the midst of like putting all this together, because I was still trying to like get my stuff organized and figured out. And lo and behold, it actually turned out to be really easy. I had to go to Walmart, which I'll insert at the end of this vlog, of getting some like household items, because somehow my HDMI cord for the third monitor on the right was too short to reach my little PC tower. So I had to buy a very long 12 foot HDMI cord so that way the lengths would, connect. But I'm at this point where I'm thinking, do I just like get rid of all of my monitors and just get an ultra wide monitor, or just get 2 monitors or 3 monitors that are all the same size? Because you can tell all of my monitors are all different sizes. I use the front one as like my main one, and like my ASOS one on the right is like a secondary one. And I have another ASOS monitor that I had for a very, very long time. But I'm thinking of getting rid of like at least 2, or like just buying 2 brand new ones that are all the same size, because it's just getting to the point where monitors are, 1, crazy expensive, and 2, I want to have some consistency. But I'm also like, the monitors work, they give me what I need, they do what they need to do, and I've never had any issues with them in the past like several years of having these monitors. So I'm like, I don't think I need new ones. But regardless, moving forward, my office took about 2.5 hours to do it from start to finish, of getting things all set up, making sure things were good. I actually did do a little bit of a stream test of like figuring out, is the speeds all good? Are like the connections on Twitch and YouTube all good to upload a video? And also, of course, to stream for at least 3 to 4 12 hours a day, because I want to make sure that if I'm going to stream, I don't want to have any interruptions or any like problems. And I've had no problems for the past several days since Friday of last week. I would say, what was last week? I can't remember. Yeah, so November 7th to like at least now, I've been streaming consistently for about 7-8 days now, and I've had no issues. I've done some multi-streaming on like TikTok, and I kind of want to also do like multi-streaming again, but also on TikTok and YouTube. But I think YouTube's gonna be like a once in a while thing, but I want to be consistent with it, at least of like what I'm like making, whether it's like a Sims video or like a Sims stream, or doing a indie dev day stream, because I think that way the things that I record and like show, it will be a little bit more consistent and a little bit less chaotic, because I stream so many different variety of games, whether it's Sims 2, 3, 4, 1, or like Animal Crossing or Minecraft or Baldur's Gate 3, like I am like all over the place with my games that I stream, but they're all about like what I like. And you all seem to like them too, so I'm very happy about that. But lo and behold, this apartment has been giving me so many good vibes. The people are very nice. The community is very nice. I've had no issues. And, even though I had to clean a lot of stuff in this apartment from the last person that moved here or lived here, I still am very grateful to have this space to live, thrive, and do all of my work that I want to do. And more things are coming because it's still November and it's going to be December next month. I'm seeing Wicked for Good in theaters next week on Saturday, so I'm very excited about that. I'm going to vlog, throughout that week probably. And then I'm also going to see Avatar Fire and Ash when that comes out next month. I do want to see a double feature of Wicked for Good on Friday because because Wicked for Good, they have a double feature and they're doing it on like 3 days in my area. Friday on the 21st, and I think also the 23rd and then the 28th. So like just pretty much in November time. And there's one showing at 11 a.m. and the double feature is like 5 hours and 10 minutes long with an intermission in between the films, which is kind of great. And in reality, I could go see it for the double feature. And I don't have anything that day because I would stream at 6 p.m. and I would end around like 4, 5 p.m. So I could do it realistically if I wanted to. And personally, I just might. And the tickets are only $20, but that's still crazy expensive on top of the movie theater food. Chaotic, too pricey. But I'm like, I could get out of the house for a day. Because I could see the movie, the double feature on Friday, and then go see the same movie, the second movie on Saturday, but with my parents. So I could, but I also shouldn't. But I also want to get at the house. So like I'm in this weird dilemma moment. And like I'm a very big Wicked fan. I love Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, Jonathan Bailey, Bowen Yang, Ethan Slater, Michelle Yeoh. Like I love all the people in Wicked and like what they do and like how they like represent themselves in everyday life. So I'm like, I could do it. It could work. But I gotta think a little bit. But I'll let you know in a different vlog if I do it and also when I do it. But I will say I am very happy and very pleased on how the entire office turned out in the end. Even though it took me like 2.5 hours to do everything, I'm really happy of like how things are set up with all of like my games in the background, all my little plushies and little knickknacks and whatnot. I'm thinking about actually putting those little posters on the wall, but I'm gonna think about it later in another vlog, another day. But we are here at the end of the vlog, and I do want to say thank you all so much for watching and listening, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Take your time to rest, think, and rejuvenate your life, and I will see you all in the next vlog. Bye!